Oh my gosh. And now they're all singing in English. That is so meaningful to me.
Oh, I like their outfits.
They're doing some kind of event.
The feather on the top is. Oh, super burnt.
착해성. She looks a lot like us.
Yeah,
right?
she does.
East Asian look.
Oh, ooh.
How?
The song is very grand.
Yeah. That's the name of the community, right? Right?
Yeah.
How? Oh, Telugu.
Wow, they have a singer from every region or every tribe. That's so cool.
Mukanya masih gue.
Oh, my favorite singer, Sumi tribe. Oh, my classmate again. Bengali tribe appearing once more. Yeah, different language. Nepali. Oh, she has really different fashion style. Wow, the nature. I love it. green. Oh, she's so cute. Bihari. I think she's really young. I think she's teenager. But her singing is even better than me. Why are there a lot of Koreans in Nagaland?
It's like the cornucopia of diversity.
Side world. They're very sporty people also.
Oh, they hunt for their food?
Or used to.
Wow.
What a tremendous undertaking that was. Good night.
Dang. To do it in every single language and
Yeah,
get all those
I
shots and then also recording every single one of them.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the languages either. It was representative of people groups but from all over as well. So that's what's interesting to me. I guess it was focused on Nagaland, which is I think you're right. In fact, I'm looking right now. Yeah, it's up near Assam.
Yeah.
It's the Northeast. Yeah, but they were covering Punjabis and all over the place as far as representation.
Yeah, they definitely showed you how diverse India is. Because
I don't know about you.
A lot of those people, if you're not Indian, you wouldn't know those people were Indian. If you just saw their face.
I don't know about you. There were still some people groups there that I don't know that I've been introduced to yet. And we've been focusing on India every day of our life for the past year and a half. And there's still tons and tons of people groups that we're just getting to know. It's astonishing.
Yeah, we're still stupid a year and a half in.
Yep.
We're still as dumb as we were.
Still as dumb as ever.
The first day. You can count on that. This channel will always be stupid. You can count on that, and I know some of you already know that. But yeah, that was beautiful. It was like what was that? The one that they did years back in Hollywood. We Are the World, right?
We Are the World. Yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
It reminded me of something like that, like a very unifying thing, but more impressive because that was all in English, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think they were all singing something of their regional anthem or tribal songs, and they were put to that. So for those of you who are from those regions, I bet this was a far more important thing for you to hear that blending. It would be as if we had heard a blending of songs we're familiar with of national anthems, like if we heard the Canadian national anthem or India's national anthem, national anthems. We don't know regional tribal songs. So massive undertaking. And it did carry that same spirit of like, I would never put We Are the World in my playlist, but it's what that song meant that was what was most important. Yeah.
Well, that was wonderful. And obviously
really
there's
nice.
still a lot to learn. And I know the Northeast, I know even in one of our, when we did the big Thali in India, all they had for the entire Northeast was momos, I think is what they were called. And so Northeastern people
think you're right.
were very upset about that. And so I feel you
right.
that you guys get neglected. And so I don't want that to happen. So please send me stuff that we need to see. I can't react to it or do anything about it if I don't know about it. But I want you to be represented. I do. You're just as much of India as everybody else, and I know there's there's some tensions between like that part of India and the rest of India because like they get forgotten a lot.
Yeah, they get forgotten and they get misrepresented. I know when I learned and can differentiate now, like I remember meeting a girl who was Assamese and she asked me, it was on the trip, and she said, "Do you think I'm Chinese or Indian?" And I said definitively, I said, "Oh, you're Indian." And she smiled. She said, "Yeah, I'm Assam. I'm from Assam." She said, "I'm Assamese." And because so many of them in the Northeast, they do genetically, they have far more of that leaning in the Asian influence, but they're Indian. And it's very, very important that they're represented as such because they are Indian.
Well, that was great.
Wow.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Beautiful composing. Wow. How could anyone produce a song compose a song like this?
It's wonderfully produced.
It is, right?
The song and the video.
Yeah. What I can feel is that like, the music unites people of different backgrounds.
And they're singing in all different styles.
Different styles,
of their own the singing style.
Singing,
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what I love.
Yeah, like there maybe some traditional.
Yeah.
And the garments, their dress.
It's really diverse.
I know, right?
Nagaland.
I love like this warrior looking like this dress, garments, and the weapons looked amazing.
I mean, in Nagaland, there were like 19 tribes, I think.
Oh, yeah. There were other non-Naga communities within the Nagaland. So like Punjabi, Rajasthani, Bengali, Telugu.
Oh, so Nagaland is a very diverse region.
Seems like it, yeah. And the background, natural forests, there was bamboo forest, was amazing.
We saw some northeastern Indian children videos.
Yeah.
And it was green and beautiful, right?
It was amazing, mesmerizing.
I think Nagaland is also beautiful.
Yes, definitely, right? I want to like participate in the like tribal ceremony, wearing the garments.
Yeah. Or wearing our hanbok.
Oh, they will also be like very meaningful.
To wear Korean traditional
garments and then joining events like this.
Yeah. So we lived in the US, right?
We did.
Where cultural diversity is very important.
Very important.
Yeah. And different communities from different backgrounds live together.
Right? And it's well respected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we think that it's very important, and we witnessed that in this video.
Yes. It was such a wonderful experience. Thank you so much for those who recommended us to watch this video.
And there are many subscribers telling us that Northeastern Indians look like us, right?
Yeah.
And we saw that.
We did, right?
They look a lot like us, like East Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like they actually look like my cousin.
Oh yeah.
Like my actual cousin.
Yeah. Very familiar.
Very familiar. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. All right.
So beautiful. Wow. Oh, chills.
It made me emotional at one point for some reason. I don't know why. Like, just seeing all the people together.
Well, there's so many, like, first of all, I didn't even realize that there was this amount of
diversity
within that one region. The thing is, a lot of the time when you think of India, right, you think of a very specific look. Yeah. But what you fail to realize is there are actually a lot of people who identify as Indians who don't look like that.
What we are accustomed to seeing on screens.
Exactly. And so it's so nice to be exposed to that and see within that all of the different cultures and different tribes and different groups of people, but the idea behind it being we are one, which is such a lovely, lovely message.
Always.
It kind of blows my mind how much of India hasn't really been shown to the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super blown.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
The costumes as well, and just how different each one is, and just the sense of like, oh yeah, there are still people who live in tribes, and then that's part of their community.
Indigenous and
you know?
When you were speaking just a second ago, it made me think about how people think of America, where it's like, when people think of America, they think of like Los Angeles or New York, and they must be like a couple streets apart from each other, right? Like, because people don't realize how big America is.
Or they think it's just like white people.
Right.
Which is like maybe a few ethnic minorities, like maybe some black people or
and
whatever.
So I think that likewise, that's what's happened here, which is like, you just don't realize how densely diverse India is. Like, I was shocked when I arrived.
It's huge too, though.
Like,
yeah.
Well, when I arrived, I mean, I wasn't even going to anywhere like this, but like, I was seeing faces where I'm like, that's Indian? That's crazy to me. Like, that's an Indian person. Because like, in your brain growing up, especially in Western culture with Hollywood and whatnot, like, you're informed of a certain look, and that's just not what it is. I mean, that's not representative at all of what there is in India.
I think is Nagaland up in the northeast, and that's where they're close to China, so there is that
Asian.
I was hearing some interesting sounds in the language. There were some sounds that reminded me of like Chinese. The one that said Ao, I think. It sounded like Chinese, and then there was one that started with a K that sounded like Tagalog, and then another one sounded like Thai or Vietnamese to me. Like, I know it's not, but like
so many. I mean, same thing. Like, we don't know what was like who occupied what at what time, and like the influences that stayed and didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
The Punjabi one sort of had its own sound that it owned the song for a second. In a way that the other ones didn't, as well as one later on. I have to go through it again.
Yeah, like the Rajasthani one.
There was one girl that she sang, and it was very different.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it.
I forget. She had like the red. You're talking about the girl with the red around her ear. It was like a red.
The Nepali?
No, it wasn't Nepali. That's not it was. So Ao sounded Mandarin to me in a way. Or maybe it wasn't Ao. Maybe it was something else. Oh, that is Ao. That R sound. That's a very reminiscent of Mandarin to me.
Yeah, totally.
It was the guy you said was like really getting into it. That's the one that sounded like Filipino to me.
Yeah, he had like a green top or something.
Oh, this girl's voice is beautiful. That's when I started to like feel it. It was just so bizarre.
Yeah. She had a very like
soothing voice.
Soothing, yeah.
It was just such a nice showcase of all the different languages and dialects and cultures as well.
Kachari, that's the one that sounded like Tagalog to me. Like,
he almost kind of looks like.
Yeah, he looks like he could be Filipino.
Having grown up around like a lot of Filipinos in Catholic school, you know, that's what you encounter a lot of. Yeah,
I can hear that.
And he was well into it too.
Oh, good. He had the hands too. He was all like, the guy with like the perm too. He was like super like R&B. I loved it. That girl can sing.
Oh, is that who you were thinking of, Sumi?
No. I was not thinking of her, but she could sing. Like that's why she did all the belty stuff.
The point being is that it's not just the faces that are diverse, but the sounds.
The sounds, the voices.
I think this just is a lesson though, like, there's always more to what we know, you know what I'm saying? And as humans, we always have to be learning and be open to receiving new knowledge and just experiencing the world. There's so much that like is not being experienced.
The thing that kind of caught me off guard was actually the look of the Nepalese woman, because like even I think Nepal itself is so diverse because
within Nepal,
within Nepal, because like in my mind I never know what to expect whenever someone tells me they're Nepal, because like sometimes they look like they could be Punjabi or they could look more Chinese or whatever. It's like because it's right on that border. So
because I have a couple friends from school who are from Nepal, but they look more stereotypically Indian, like what we think of when we think of Indian. But then you see other Nepali people and they look like they could have Chinese blood. It's just so interesting, the diversity within the country.
But the Bengali guy, for some reason, made me smile too. I don't know why. Like, I just like the sound of his voice was really nice.
Well, it was really different as well because a lot of people had more of a belty quality, whereas his was much softer. I didn't even know Bihari. I'm like, I've never heard. Well, you know, there's so many that I've not heard of here.
I think this Yumchinger one kind of caught me off guard because it was such a vibrance.
Oh yeah. There was a change, a shift in music,
That kind of reminded me of Mandarin as well.
A little bit.
Really? It almost sounded like pop to me. It was so fascinating. Just like in the middle of this very tribalistic sounding music. It was pretty cool.
I'm ready to sing with them when they sing in English at the end.
Yeah. It's like just you know,
we're gonna keep
cap it all off and we'll sing it in English so maybe you guys can understand too.
Again, like just to reiterate, like just the diversity of sound is so cool.
Just overall, just like the music was beautiful and like it's very anthemic.
Thong cool. That's the one.
Well, even the name when I saw the name, I was like, oh, that sounds like it could be Thai.
Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, it doesn't sound Thai.
No, I don't know what I was thinking. It's not that one. I just can't find it anymore. Like, I tried to remember it in the moment because I knew the talking points I wanted to make, and then it just like...
Yeah.
So not everything's...
Well, it's also, there was, I mean, like...
There were so many.
But I did think she sounded so beautiful. I mean, it all sounded very nice, and like it all came together nice, but like obviously you're gonna have your standout people, right? And I thought she was a standout voice. Like like it was just such a beautiful resonance.
She does something with her, like sings like a little like flutter that's like really, really cool.
And they're all holding hands and dancing. I mean, it's just like that very kumbaya feeling, but without the like without the sacchariness of it. It just feels it just feels genuine, and I don't know. I liked it a lot. I couldn't tell the difference between who was a performer and who was just real.
Yeah,
right.
You know?
No, that's true.
First of all, I really liked how they try to preserve their own culture in this music video. Because you know what, even if you want to like preserve your culture, it's really hard to spread it out to other people. But if you make it into this type of music video, more people can watch this and more people can save this culture in each of their mind. As I watch this video now, I am also one of the people who participate in preserving the culture of Nagaland. This is so touching, right? I like the way how they try to preserve their own traditional culture through the music. And in the beginning, like intro scenes, all of the tribes like are represented like separately. They sing one by one, and at the end of the music video, they all come together and sing in one harmony. I really like this. I was also really like interested in their fashion, really inspiring. Lastly, I want to mention this. There are actually a lot of people who look like Korean. As you guys also watch this video.
Very nice. Very nice music. Very positive, give you positive energy.
So that's why, you know, if you go to India, you can say I'm from Northeast. If somebody texts you. Just learn some Hindi.
Northeast hai.
Who? Say who?
मैं Northeast से हूँ.
Northeast.
Northeast. Northeast.
Say who?
से हूँ.
Who?
मैं Northeast से हूँ.
Yeah, then you can get in all the attractions.
Yeah, and then I can local. Yeah.
Once actually I tried, you know, so we were like.
We were in Mumbai.
Yeah, we were in Mumbai. I was like, oh, she's from India. They were like, oh no, I don't think so. And then they were asking for her ID card. I'm like, okay, no, no ID card. So like, okay, leave it.
I'm a minor. Minor don't have ID card.
Maybe. Okay, then thank you for watching. I will show you more videos about Northeast India and different parts of India. It's also a learning experience for me because I also don't know these different culture aspects of India that much in detail. That was nice. Okay, before we talk about the video, there were so many tracks, right?
So many tracks, okay.
Can you name at least 3?
Oh my, wait. I remember Mao and then Cookie.
That was the last few.
the last tribe that showed in the video, and then
one more.
One more. Bengali.
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 I can remember there was a Manipuri. There was also Ziliang. There was also so what's it called?
Dari Pena.
Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of tribes.
So many, man.
So that's what make I think we reacted to the video, right?
Yeah.
The last Jews of Kolkata.
Yeah.
And then we see these tribes that is still surviving right now in the Northeast Indian part, and of course Nagaland. It's all in Nagaland, and I thought that was very beautiful of how India can live as a country of diversity, harmony. I think
they can live side by
yeah,
side.
I mean, do we have videos? We don't have
any
videos like that.
fighting
Yeah.
between the tribes.
No. So that's what is really enjoyable. We've been reacting to Indian contents for about 5 months now. I think about 5 months. December we started, right?
December.
Yeah, 5 months. Every week, we are like still shocked and surprised, to see content, especially for the Northeast Indian parts. That's like, which until today, we have yet to see one. Personally, I have never met in Northeast Indian.
Northeast Indian.
Yeah, I'm very curious to meet a Northeast
But maybe
Indian.
because when we meet, or maybe in street on the street, or we cannot recognize, we cannot notice that she or he is a Northeast.
Because they look like us.
See,
they look like us. Okay.
Is that it?
It is.
Very nice. Lovely scenery, and everybody's saying very beautifully too. And it's really nice to be able to have so many different cultures and customs represented, and to know that everybody is able to live at peace with one another.
The diversity of India blows my mind.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I can't think of any other place that is that diverse. Can you?
I don't think so.
I mean, if you came to Arizona, you would find Anglo culture, you would find Hispanic culture, you would find Native American culture.
Yep.
Maybe some Asian culture.
Well, there's also soul food, so in parts of Phoenix, and so you would have part of the black culture that is represented as well, but it's definitely not as diverse as India, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes. I really enjoyed it. That was very cool.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
And I got to find some more tourism of Nagaland. I got to nail down where this is actually at.
एंडिंग बहुत मजेदार थी, खत्म हो गया और यहाँ पे वीडियो खत्म। तो यार देखो, आप लोगों की रिक्वेस्ट हुई पूरी और हमें भी देखने में इतना मजा आया यार, मतलब हर एक लैंग्वेज कवर की है लोगों ने।
इतना ज्यादा पीसफुल था, बहुत ज्यादा पीसफुल। ये मेरे ख्याल में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जो ज्यादा लैंग्वेजेस बोली जाती है, ये वो थी क्योंकि 1600 ज्यादा इंडिया में लैंग्वेजेस बोली जाती हैं, तो कवर करना
बहुत मुश्किल है एक सॉन्ग में।
ओवरऑल यार बहुत ही मतलब इतना पीसफुल मुझे सॉन्ग लगा ना।
देख मजेदार भी था, बीच में देख हर लैंग्वेज बंगाली,
और इससे पता लगता है मतलब कितने मतलब ट्रेडिशंस हैं अपने, मतलब इंडिया के कल्चर्स हैं, कितने ज्यादा कल्चर्स हैं जो मतलब,
और यार मुझे
मतलब याद भी नहीं रहेंगे तुम्हें
एक बंदे को याद भी नहीं रहेंगे।
लैंग्वेजेस देख यार कैसी मैंने तो नाम भी कुछ लैंग्वेजेस के पढ़ने थोड़े मुश्किल हो रहे थे ना।
और यार एक बात है, मतलब वहाँ की लड़कियां कितनी प्यारी प्यारी छोटी पतले नाक और इतनी मतलब प्यारी, और उनके नक्श
क्यूट थी,
बहुत क्यूट थी
वही ना। तो ओवरऑल यार बहुत पीसफुल मतलब सॉन्ग,
और मजा भी यार बहुत
मिलके मतलब एज वन, मतलब
मिलके किया।
Based on a concept by, okay, Zhang Jilang. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, yeah, I was wondering who decided to put this together, and it says here, but they did a wonderful, fantastic job. This was really, really, really cool to watch, and each separate group of people, tribe or whatever, had a very unique style, language, whoever they picked from each group to represent them, they did a great job picking, and their voices were also beautiful. And oh my gosh, I don't know why. I guess I do know why, but the message is obvious. They're bringing everyone together as one in spite of all their differences. And then, but at the end, they all started singing in English, which kind of made me feel included, which was very special. And even though they don't all have one language that isn't English, that, I mean, maybe they do. I guess I can't really say that with certainty, but if they did and they didn't use that one, but rather spoke English to sing the last part of the song, I don't know, like I said, it just kind of made me feel included because I could understand what they were saying at the end. And they definitely got their message across very well. And I'm glad I watched this. Whoever recommended this, whatever, I know more than one person did, but thank you very much. I learned a lot today about this. The state or the region that is Nagaland is quite diverse, just like the rest of India. And I'm glad that there are efforts like this to unify everyone there, because there really is no reason to fight over things such as differences. And that, you know, general idea applies everywhere else in the world. So this is just a very small taste of the power that we have to, I don't know, make peace and unify with each other. And all it takes is a little bit of effort and creativity to send a message like this that'll impact a lot of people. So I'm glad I got to watch this today. And yeah, I was really impressed by some of their voices and their garb. It was just amazing. And of course, all of it was great, but some of them really just stood out. But yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate the recommendation. And if you like this video, click that subscribe button. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time.